Morning, class. How are you now? Not so bad. Good. Good and you? Not so bad. Get on with it, Murray. Today it is Wednesday, May 20th, and we have a new knot to work on. We're going to work on the alpine butterfly today and then get right back into some wildlife and forest wildlife habitat management examples and issues and topics and questions. And then kind of towards the end of today's stuff, we're going to get into some terrain, topography, bedrock type issues as well. So our studies today are going to take us all over the place, from southern Illinois to Mount Monadnock in southern New Hampshire, and Haleakala National Park's Wilderness Crater area, and Ozark National Scenic Riverways, and so on and so forth. For those of you who weren't able to make it to last night's first Zoom debrief meeting at 4 p.m. Central Time, we have another one coming up tonight, and I'll double check the upload here in a sec, but hopefully the video recording of that, which only has the audio from my end, so that's kind of why I was restating or trying to restate each person's question or observation in the conversation yesterday, so folks watching it today could hear it. We'll have that minor technical issue fixed for upcoming Zoom meetings. But that went very well. We had a great conversation. As a result of that conversation and some of the feedback custom for us for this semester, we're going to be working on, optionally working on federal resume stuff. I'm going to type up a nice and detailed template for you, for that today, to help try get that moving for folks who want to get that moving, especially for folks who are getting ready to graduate right now, or in December. We will have that in place for you. Let's see, we are also going to be a little bit more clear and explicit about inviting folks to go on trips to, if you're here in Southern Illinois, back out to Little Grand Canyon. And we're gonna make a shared Google Earth map of Shawnee National Forest and try to highlight important access points onto the Shawnee. A lot of the places that we already know, but maybe some additional access points to places like Lusk Creek Wilderness, Garden of the Gods, and with the particular emphasis on when we go to a place a little bit further away like Ozark Scenic Riverways for a float trip for a couple of days during class, or to come a little bit closer to campus and play around on the Shawnee, maybe Panther Den Wilderness, something like that. The idea is to go to it from the perspective that a typical visitor does, and then on purpose kind of move aside from that very sort of normal approach and get parallel to that or orthogonal to it, kind of at a right angle to that, and try to see the forest from different perspectives, additional perspectives other than what visitors normally do. So this is something that's baked right into a bunch of the kind of virtual tours that we have on Google Earth, where we go to a bunch of the mountain peaks, we do a bunch of the famous hikes, rock climbing, canyoneering, stuff like that, whitewater rafting. And then we also, on those trips and after those, kind of circle back and take different perspectives on those places. So seeing things like a vista point, for example, a high place where you can look out over a landscape, looking at that from the bottom and seeing what kind of litter accumulates there, and where people have, in some tragic cases, fallen off of those vista points, taking a selfie and backing up, and falling off a cliff. And trying to get a sense of what human use, what human values that we impose or superimpose on wilderness areas and forests and so forth, what that ends up looking like on the ground. So a lot of forest recreation management is being a highly functional forest ecologist and forest health expert and mensuration expert and all of the different things that we do with the physical resource. But with recreation management and with wildlife habitat management, in particular with focus on game species, we have to have a real strong understanding and a clear focus and gaze on the human values on those forest ecosystems and also the effects that we tend to cause on those forest ecosystems. So to the extent that you are able to and that you feel safe doing it, head out to your local park, wherever you're sheltering in place or quarantine. head out to places like Giant City State Park. Maybe go rock climbing for a day for this class. And if you don't feel safe doing those things, don't do those things, okay? So I can't be there with everybody to make sure that everybody's doing stuff safely and so forth. So by all means, please take good care of yourselves out there. We want to get everybody across the finish line with all of their fingers and toes and all of their eyes in place and teeth still on their skulls and so forth. So please be safe if you decide to go out and take a trip during this class. If you do decide to go out and take a trip during this class, please, please, please take as many videos as you can, take as many photos as you can, include some audio commentary, a running discussion of what you're seeing. Oh, this cool thing we found, or oh, look at this visitor impact that's really kind of heinous on this particular spot that we really enjoy. Maybe it's graffiti or trash or toilet paper flowers or what have you, whatever it is. Take a video of that, and we'll talk about it in class when you're able to bring it back and upload it to the course server. And we'll use these as additional live examples to the hundreds of video clips and thousands of images that I'm working on getting formatted and linked for you guys all day, every day, each day. So I'm pretty excited about that. This will be a chance for us to at least get a little bit of sunshine instead of sitting in front of diffused lighting YouTube setups. So ring that bell, like and subscribe, ding that, I'm sorry. Anyway, so yes, this is Wednesday, May 20th, and we'll be doing knots. We'll be doing some more wildlife stuff. We'll be doing some terrain and topography and soils and bedrock stuff as well. So we'll try and get as far as up to the point of talking about karst and caves and how that interfaces with forest ecosystems and human uses thereof, like recreation. And that will be probably the first thing to start off tomorrow's class. So again, keep an eye out for discussion links going up. We'll fix a minor technical glitch we had with yesterday's discussions. Those are now visible to everybody, even though they were up the whole time. Now you can finally see them. And we'll do the same for today. And keep on keeping on. So we'll see you guys and gals at 4 p.m. today Central Time for Zoom. And again, if you can't make it because you got to work or something like that, totally understand. Just try and keep up. Do the best that you can. And if you need to play catch up a little bit over the weekends and stuff like that to stay current, totally okay. If you're having trouble treading water and keeping your place in the class, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to assume that everything's kind of fine and we're going to keep on steaming ahead. Okay? All right. So we'll see you guys around the discussion forums and in the Zoom meeting. Take care.